Tonight's episode includes descriptions of crimes that some viewers may find disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised. Over the years, zombies have become a pop culture craze. From movies to TV shows, zombies are everywhere. But what are the origins of zombies, and could they be real? Get comfy as I delve into another obscure tales of the strange and supernatural. Throughout history and in every culture, there has been a fear of the undead, from the Pontianak of Indonesia to the Strigoi Mort of Romania. The undead come in many forms, but none quite like the zombies we have all come to know. Pop culture shows zombies as flesh-eating, brain-craving, rotting corpses, reanimated through virus, government meddling, or necromancy. But could there be some truth to the myth that is the zombie? In Haiti, zombies are not myth, but a reality often tied to voodoo, which revolves around spirits known as Loa. Voodoo is a diverse and ancient practice that is tied to African, Caribbean, and Catholic religions, becoming its own powerful religion and practice. The word voodoo means the spirit of God. It is said that a zombie is created by a pukur using necromancy. A pukur is a sorcerer. The zombie remains under the control of the pukur, having no will of its own. The zombie is a servant of the pukur and not the flesh-eating monster of pop culture. Of course, this all sounds like myth and folklore, right? Well, actually, there are accounts of real zombies in history. On October 24th, 1936, in the village of Ennery, Haiti, an old woman with no eyelashes and only a ragged cloth covering her face wandered into the village. The strange woman, who was lame in her left leg, caused quite the panic as villagers recognized her as Felicia Felix Mentor, a woman who had died and been buried in 1907. The woman was taken to a government hospital where she was examined. The village and Mentor's family believed that the woman was indeed Felicia and that a pukur had turned her into a zombie. Doctors, however, did not believe the woman could be Felicia Felix Mentor. One of the most popular cases of zombies, and one I remember hearing about in the 90s, is the case of Clairvius Narcisse. On April 30th, 1962, Narcisse checked himself into a hospital in Haiti. He had a fever and complained of a sensation of bugs crawling all over his skin. Narcisse's condition quickly deteriorated. On May 2nd, 1962, Narcisse passed away. His family held a funeral and Narcisse was interred in the local cemetery. His coffin was sealed with nails and buried in the traditional manner. Death should have been the end for Narcisse, but it wasn't. After his funeral, a pukur came in the night, dug him up, and removed Narcisse. He was then beaten, bound, and forced to drink a potion before being taken to a sugar plantation. Once at the plantation, Narcisse encountered others like him. Narcisse was forced to work the fields while being constantly given injections of the same potion by the pukur. For 2 years, Narcisse worked the fields until the pukur died. Narcisse managed to wander off the plantation unseen. 18 years after his escape from the plantation, Narcisse returned home to his village and found his sister, Angelina. He identified himself to his sister by using the nickname only the two of them were aware of. Angelina was shocked, and an investigation was conducted, with the results being Narcisse was who he said he was. On May 26, 2012, Rudy Eugene brutally attacked Ronald Papo, a homeless man on the MacArthur Causeway in Miami, Florida, eating 80% of Papo's face. Police were forced to shoot and kill Eugene after pleading with him to stop, were only met by growls. The theory was that Eugene had been on bath salts that can result in extreme violent behavior. Strangely, though, toxicology failed to find bath salts or any other major drugs in Eugene's system. Toxicology did find marijuana in Eugene's system, but said that wasn't likely to be the cause of Eugene's strange and violent behavior. On May 31, 2012, a woman claiming to be Eugene's girlfriend and wishing to remain anonymous came forward with a statement. He loved God. He always read the Bible. He would give you knowledge on the Bible. Everywhere he went, his Bible went. The girlfriend went on to say she believed Eugene had been drugged unknowingly or that someone had placed a voodoo curse on him. Unlike Eugene, his girlfriend was not Haitian. She told the reporter she never believed in voodoo until now, adding, "I don't know how else to explain this." Eugene's girlfriend said she had no idea what could have caused the attack. They had lived together for nearly 5 years, and she never saw any signs of him being capable of such a horrific act. Another incident took place in Florida on August 15, 2016. Austin Harrouff was a 19-year-old college student out to dinner with his parents. He reportedly was angry with the slow service of the restaurant and stormed out. Wandering into a local neighborhood, he found Michelle and John Stevens sitting in their garage with the door open, enjoying the quiet evening. Pulling a switchblade, Austin stabbed the couple to death without provocation. He also stabbed the neighbor who called 911 and attempted to intervene. When police arrived, they found Austin naked, ripping chunks of flesh from his victims and eating it. Like Rudy Eugene, he was growling, grunting, and making animal sounds. Police attempted to use stun guns and a police dog to get Austin off the bodies, but finally, it took the force of 3 officers to drag him away from the bodies. It is said that prior to this horrific crime, Austin had been a model student with a lot going for him. It was suspected that Austin was on flakka, or bath salts. However, his toxicology report came back negative. The report did show several drugs in his system that had been given to him by the hospital for treatment purposes, along with minimal levels of THC, which is the active ingredient in marijuana. The results also showed ethanol or alcohol was in his system, but the source was unidentified. It's suspected that Austin may have ingested something while in the victim's garage, which would have shed light on the severe medical injuries that included damage to his esophagus and internal organs. Austin spent 7 weeks receiving medical treatment for injuries at St. Mary's Hospital. The events of what led to such a gruesome crime still leave many baffled. It would seem that the process of zombification all leads back to drugs in most cases. Like in the case of Narcisse, it is long believed that the toxin from the pufferfish is used in the concoction to create zombies, and that this is what Narcisse had been given. It could also be, for some, a very horrific case of mental illness. Whether you believe in zombies or not, it seems they are part of society and on the minds of many, including the CDC, who published a blog in 2011 called Preparedness 101, Zombie Apocalypse. Unfortunately, it was retired in 2021 amidst the pandemic. What are your thoughts on the subject? Leave your comments below. That concludes this week's Obscure Tales of the Strange and Supernatural. Tune in tomorrow night for a new episode of Mysteries and Legends of the High Seas.